And hello again! I thought I'd keep you up to date on what I'm playing at the moment. Well, apart from ludicrous amounts of Fallout 4, still exploring. So I've been playing Eve. Yes, that game with the spaceships and the dude bro atmosphere. I've just got so sick of basically every other MMO out there. I want more. I want something intricate and detailed and something I can explore and systems I can really delve into and learn and master and all that kind of stuff. That's what I want from an MMO. That's what I want from a game in general, usually. And a lot of the MMOs just don't do that for you. It might be a month, but not in the long term. And that's where maybe, possibly, hopefully, Eve can step in. Now, I'm still unsure about the whole spaceships and all that kind of stuff. I prefer my characters. I prefer my worlds, to explore. But right now, I'm actually quite enjoying learning the systems there. It's an incredibly deep game. I think we've all seen that infographic of the learning curve for Eve. Compared to other MMOs, it is a cliff, and that is quite true to the fact. Now, I have to say, I was quite, apprehensive about trying Eve. It's such a huge established game with people that have been playing it for decades now, experienced veterans, and none of that, just how complex everything is. It is something that is a little terrifying when you've just been used to all these other kind of simple games for a while. And I'm the same, even though I long for that kind of thing, it is rather daunting to think about. There is a 30-day free trial, that's what I got into, and I still have, I think, 27 days left, something around that, 26 or 27. And that is a lot of time to actually explore these systems. Now, I have tried before. I've enrolled in these trials. I've had a few quick goes at it, mining and all that kind of junk, and many, many times thinking about it. And it's never kind of stick, but I think it will stick for now, at least until I kind of get into the game a little bit more and learn about it. First, I'll start off with the character creator is amazing. It is better than basically everything on the market, which kind of sucks, this is the character creator we want everywhere. This is what you want. You want to be able to fully, slide around all these options to create your character. You want to mold and shape these things. And there are certain set presets for, races and that kind of stuff. And you can't, mold them too far away from that, but there is a huge amount of variability there, and it's great. I love it. You can change, there's heaps of different hairstyles with, the sci-fi Skrillex take. And of course, lots of different, ways to build your character, hairstyles, makeup, scars, and all that kind of stuff. You can mix around your body shapes and a whole heap of other sliders there. It's great. And of course, the whole pinch and pull method of moving around different components of the face and body. That's great. It tends to be a little bit buggy and a little bit slow at times. It doesn't operate too smoothly on my computer at least. But it is there and it is amazing. There is a few clothing options, not too many. I'm guessing there's a lot more in the store to pick from if you want to really personalize your character that way. And then at the end, and this is the part I really liked, you actually get to kind of pose your character for its profile shot that will show up everywhere. The little top left where you see your little character screen. You get to actually kind of fix the expression and, shape and the way they're moving there. And I kind of went for that, nervous excitement I'm kind of feeling as well. That's what my character was representing. Nervous excitement. It's kind of cool. I like it. You can take a few screenshots there and kind of mix around how you want to, but you do pick one and then that's going to be your profile. I'm guessing you can change it later, so probably. But right now that's it. And I do like it. Now the first step is basically getting into the tutorials. They, like most MMOs, chuck you in a bare bones town, give you a few beginning instructions, how to move, how to shoot, how to do your basic kind of spaceship stuff. Now, this is very the bare basics, the bare necessities. They give you just enough to kind of make your way through that tutorial and just enough to know that foundation a little bit, but there is so much behind all of this, from there's different ways of moving and the mechanics behind moving, can change and alter, and I'm sure the vets know a million different ways to get around certain things with movement and controls. Just the way you interact with the world will offer a huge amount of depth there too. And then there's a range of different playstyles to both learn about and master. Then you've got ship fitting, and oh my god, there's just so much here to learn. It is overwhelming at times. It is truly overwhelming. In my downtime for a game, and I think this has actually taken up more time than actually playing Eve. I've been reading about Eve. Seriously, you take more time actually reading about Eve on, Eve Wiki or the Eve University site and a few other places. The Reddits can be good as well. There's just so much information out there that even then only covers what you kind of need to succeed, but not everything there. It doesn't cover the breadth of that mechanic. That's just something I'm guessing I'll have to learn over time, through experience, through slowly hearing more about it as I go. You don't just want to dump all this on a new character. So one good bit was the opportunities map, honeycomb system, where you actually get to choose which tutorials interest you and focus on those. And it does give you suggestions, like it'll pop from one to the next once you've finished that kind of thing. So it's just nice that it gives you the option to change where you're going to do your tutorials, an option about what do you want to learn next, because there is a lot to learn even in the tutorials, and I'm guessing it doesn't want to chuck all the boring stuff at you all at once. Now, it was about this time that I got a great GM helping me a little bit, just talking to me in private chat, giving me over the basics of the game, a few more of the basics, I should say. Give me a few hints and tips, as well as, advice, the different security ratings of places, and also sent me a little bit of a mail about, where to go for more information, the tutorial group section on the wiki and all that kind of stuff. So that was extremely helpful. It's good that you've got this community management helping all new players, and I'm guessing the game needs it. It definitely needs it. So kudos to them. They did pretty well. I like figuring out this kind of stuff myself, and they sent me in the right direction to, read more, that kind of thing. And then I'm on my way again, but it's very helpful. One thing he told me about was the agent missions, and these will help you immensely as a new player. There's a few of them. There's quite a few agents you can pick from, but there's, I think, 5 main tutorial agents there that will give you the basics of just certain gameplays, from mining to combat to trading in industry. And the one I picked was exploration. I like exploration, to boldly go. The spacefaring Lara Croft, all that kind of stuff. These tutorial agents do take you through further in these basics. They give you more missions to go through, the mechanics. Check out this site, explore here, how to use drones, just the necessities of that gameplay. I would say it isn't in-depth enough at time. It gives you an outlay mission structure and then a few little pop-ups as you're going about where to go next and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of things they really don't explain too well. I run into a problem with, the drone system, how you have to get 100% on a certain site in order to be able to warp to it. And fiddling around with the drones, I could not get that number properly. I was flying around the zones, different places and all that kind of stuff. Not realizing there's a giant map there, and you can scroll and move the positions, the focal point of these drones around. And that's just something I didn't see written anywhere. I didn't see the instructional pop up. And it's that kind of stuff that's missing that would kind of frustrate people, I guess. I like clicking on absolutely everything there in my, screen. So I kind of fix that stuff up, I can kind of figure that stuff out myself. If there was a red button there that would explode at me, I probably would have done that as well already. But mostly it's just playing around with these systems and seeing what they do while you're going. I would have liked more attention to these. It is sorely needed at certain points. You can get lost, you can lose your way, you can just not realize that you're not meant to, click on the focal point of that exploration place, but actually find, the container. That took me a while to figure out as well. But overall, you can kind of figure it all out as you go, hopefully. Still in the early times yet, but that's just what I took. I did several missions afterwards with the exploration agent, just learning about it, just kept on exploring and takes you through to the different sites and that kind of thing. So that's kind of cool, and hacking. But yes, this is all basic Eve stuff at the moment, and I'm sure everyone has heard about that plays Eve. But no, it's kind of nice learning about it. So from here on, I really don't know. Probably finishing off the exploration agent and maybe checking out the other agents as well, like the combat one and stuff, because they do give you gear, they do give you the skill manuals, and they do teach you about those basics that it's probably nice to know if you want to, change up your gameplay. From there, it's probably the epic mission arc I got told about, which is, there's one set for tutorials called the Sisters of Eve. And that gives great gear and lots of ISK, the money. Well, for a newbie, it's nice. And sets you on a new path, it helps you. That sounds good, so I'll probably do that as well. And from there, probably guilding up with someone, but there are so many newbie organizations that I really don't have any idea about just yet. I hear the names, but I just need to do a little bit of research, because when you're looking for something like a guild, you really want to make sure it suits your gameplay. It suits your style of play, and it, suits your personality a little bit. So I'll take a little bit of time for that as well. Thanks, everybody.